Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, we're here continuing our Ben 10 journey. This is Ben 10 Season 1, Episode 8, titled The Alliance. Like that title a lot. I'm excited to see what happens in this episode. I really am enjoying the hell out of this show. Kevin 11, Episode 7 was awesome. It was so good. I love Kevin. I love that character in terms of his powers and him absorbing some of the aliens that Ben was turning into and shit, and turning into like half of Heat Blast. I think that was the character's name, and then turning into a version of Four Arms but with more arms, something like that. It was crazy to see the mutations, and at the end showing he can just flame at the end, pretty much implying he's carried over those powers essentially, or something. He carried something over. I'm not really sure, but I'm so excited. I said this before and I want to say it again. This show really has surprised me because, as you may or may not know at this point, in case you're unaware, I was not familiar with this show. I had heard about it back when it was airing. I've been hearing about the sequel shows, but I didn't know really the context or anything. I just heard that people loved this Ben 10 stuff. I'm so glad that it was voted on. Do I think that I would enjoy some of the other shows that were possibilities? Yeah, but at the same time, the fact that what I consider the wild card won is most interesting because it's a show now that I'm now fully invested in. And a show, like I said, I've heard about, but actually now watching it, like, I was missing out on something very special. I really was. People keep asking in terms of the sequel series connected to this one, if I'm going to continue. I don't know, because this has a number of seasons, so I'm not really sure what the plan is after Ben 10, the original series. But I'm enjoying the journey so far. Last episode was fantastic, and now I'm so excited to get into this next one because I'm just really enjoying seeing how Ben is learning lessons. People keep saying he's going to learn lessons multiple times, but just seeing the interactions with Ben, Gwen, and of course Grandpa Max, and just all these adventures they go on and the different things they run into, the different types of villains and stuff so far. It's been a great journey. So let's continue now, guys, with episode 8. I'm excited. The Alliance. Let's go.
The drones have launched. They should be able to find and retrieve the Omnitrix. They may find it, but retrieving it will not be easy.
Wash me.
Nice artwork, Ben.
Okay, right away. No wasting time. Okay, he's not messing around now. Damn, those are powerful guns.
You're all women.
All women, it seems. I don't want to hurt. Oh.
Well, isn't that sweet?
Jesus Christ. He caught him. There you go. Nice. Oh. What the fuck? That's interesting.
It's time you guys pay.
He's remarkably strong. He'll be fine after some rest. Now it's
That's
on his
good.
admittance form.
Okay.
He was hit by a car bumper.
See, she's not really searching for the Omnitrix. She's just... Uh-oh.
No!
Oh, damn.
Worthless now. Now possess power you could have never imagined.
Yeah, she does.
Find a way to use it. Fulfill my demand, and
She's like,
I will teach
the fuck? Alien.
fail me, and I will turn you to dust.
He's going to be fine. He's Grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about him.
You should. He was in the middle of all that shit, all that danger.
Hey,
Okay, so she senses exactly where he is because he opened it up. That's a, well, I might use it or not. Okay, no time of wasting. That was really close. Too close for comfort.
but right now might be a good time to go hero.
Do this the easy way or the hard way.
Always. Well,
Great. I need muscle and I get an alien candle.
once again, he goes for forearms and he doesn't get it.
Scissors cuts paper.
Oh no. They need those. Nice. Flame on. I know that's the same thing. You have a point. That was still cool. He's saving people, but he destroyed ambulances. He destroyed bridges. Wish there was a better approach to this, but unfortunately there isn't. Nice trick. Bye-bye.
What about tomorrow? It's getting way too dangerous for you
guys to be
Yeah.
around me. Didn't
Oh,
have
no,
this
they're bringing
watch,
this up.
none of this weird stuff would be happening.
Yeah, but
Okay, once again, people are seeing this alien, and does it not go worldwide and spread around and shit?
I couldn't get it. If you fail again, you'll
Well, she already failed once, so what about turning her into dust? Is he leaving? He's not leaving forever. My point, he's thinking about it.
dear Grandpa and Gwen,
I'm out.
care
Peace.
about you both too much to keep putting you in danger?
Oh, shit. Didn't expect that, did you? Fucking tank. Oh, yeah, I was wrong.
Nice try, but Speedy's all mine. What are you doing here?
It's better this way. Sound familiar?
So does that beeping. Oh, just great. Don't tell me what I can or can't do. This is my fight, my weird watch, not
Yeah,
yours.
I mean, but they're there for you.
You're my weird cousin.
Ben, if you can't destroy it from the outside, take it down from the inside.
Mmm.
It.
There you go.
Thanks.
There you go.
Looks like you're not better off without Grandpa either.
Upgrade. So he actually got the one he wanted this time. That's good. There you go. I am now morphing and merging with you. Well, that's cool.
You cannot run. You cannot hide from me. Time to work out.
Time to work out. What the hell? Okay. He broke the connection
I'm just a girl.
with a gun.
So am I.
Oh, Gwen, what the fuck? Okay.
All yours.
Okay, the SWAT's not gonna question an alien just handed a girl over like that. Nothing. Okay.
I should be afraid. Grandpa, you look afraid.
I'm
Oh. Another great episode of Ben 10. I'm honestly not surprised because this show just knows how to deliver pretty damn good episodes and pretty damn good stories. And I like how this one just opens up right away with a heist going down on a bank truck or whatever. And there's these three girls with these powerful guns and they start shooting at shit. And then on top of that, we have these drones that were sent in by the alien who originally we saw at the very beginning of the show tracking the Omnitrix, and they sent down drones to track the Omnitrix. And all this shit's going down within the first 2 minutes or so. It's like crazy. Like, okay, there's no real build up here. It's just, okay, action, action, action. And then, unfortunately, Grandpa Max gets hurt. Now, we've seen this before, but before he gets hurt, by the way, he throws a tire. It's so random, but it was funny to see that. But it's like, hey, he was helping out. But he gets injured pretty badly. Like, I think he should have been injured more because he got hit by that giant cinder block, not cinder block, like more like, I don't know, concrete or whatever. I thought he would have been hurt more, but he was incapacitated pretty much the whole entire episode. But Ben takes both of them off to the hospital. It's a giant hospital, by the way. And the main girl who was running this, like, I don't know if they're a biker gang. They're just, like, performing this heist with these really powerful guns. The drones were destroyed in the process. Like, Ben grabbed them as forearms and just destroyed the drones. So it's like, get out of here. Nothing. And then he also said, like, I don't want to hit a girl. Like, he was just, like, afraid to hit them. He was like, I'm a hero. I'm not here to hit girls. Like, but if they're evil alien girls, is there, like, a gray area there? I don't know. We'll see how that continues in terms of him fighting girls, per se. Because this is a full-grown adult woman who was, you know, doing all this shit. But then it gets worse. So after they leave to go to the hospital to help Grandpa Max, she grabs one of the drones. Like, what were you things? And then it merges with her. Creates a mutated version of her with alien abilities and shit, like these shoulder like cannons and shit. It was pretty interesting to see. Really cool design. And then she goes wreaking havoc. First of all, she goes to a jewelry store, which is like so funny because literally she has this newfound abilities and she's not herself anymore. But the first thing she does is just continuing her evil ways of just wanting to steal jewelry and shit. But she grabs jewelry and then it like basically turns to dust in her hands. I'm not really sure. Like maybe she crushed it too hard or something. And then I'm like, okay, what's going to happen here? Because right before we see this scene here, we have one of the aliens that works under the one that got badly injured in the first episode, the one that was doing all this trying to find the Omnitrix, says, I'm tracking a signal, so, you know, so if we still have a drone going, like some sort of like something, basically referring to there's some sort of signal we're following in terms of a drone because it had somehow morphed and connected. So, okay, but literally, she was just doing the same old shit. But so he had to speak to her through her mind or something, and we see him in full glory, that alien. I don't know if they've given, I know there's probably a name for the character, but I don't think they've said the name in the show. I could be wrong, but it was really cool to see. And he says, if you fail me, I'll turn you to dust. Okay. She fails him once, and she's like, if you fail me again. She already failed you. So, like, turn her to dust. I guess because since she's a version of a drone and she has these abilities, let's use her to our advantage because maybe she can stop Ben. Maybe she can get the Omnitrix. So we'll see about that. So obviously she fails again and everything. But what they do in the episode is Ben actually gets to see that alien face to face, in a sense. And he says, I will get the Omnitrix and I will destroy you. Okay. I like how it's like Ben has no idea. Like, a lot of stuff that's been happening to him, not everything, but a lot of stuff that's been happening to him is because of that alien. And he's just now coming face to face and realizing, I should be afraid? Like, yeah, you should. Like, because there's a giant ship always floating over Earth. And this is something I want to bring up, and I'll bring it up now because we're already at it. So, I love this show, but I have like an issue, and it's not so much with. It's hard to explain. It's like, okay, all this crazy shit has happened in these 8 episodes, and actually Ben was addressing it in this episode too, because the fact that ever since I got this Omnitrix, you guys been put in danger and all this kind of stuff, and you guys wouldn't be put in danger like this if you weren't around me and everything. I should be on my own. Like, here's the thing. There's been so much craziness surrounding Ben since he gets the Omnitrix, which is, of course, first of all, ridiculous. Like, what happened before the Omnitrix? Everything was just fine, hunky-dory, and all of a sudden, as soon as Omnitrix is activated, shit just starts getting weird. Because there's some stuff connected, like the Kraken, which obviously ended up not being a villain. Then we had that Dr. Animo or something, the guy in the second episode, the mad scientist. That wasn't connected to the Omnitrix, but yet Ben's running into this shit, I guess because they're out on an adventure. I don't know. But anyways, humanity as a whole. Are they just like okay with aliens? Like, they're running away from aliens. They were running away from the mutated, Heist girl today, in this episode, and they're like, oh god, oh no! And then we had those paramedics, I think, yeah, from the paramedics or whatever from the ambulance. They ran away. Like, okay, so they're seeing aliens. Is this shit spreading? Like, because there's been so many incidents. There was a freaking, like, Ben was like with stink fly or whatever, stink bug, whatever that one is, flying around New York. And it's like, still, I don't know, is humanity just accepting there's weird shit in the world and whatever, there's aliens? I don't know. I don't understand. I really wish I would get an answer to this, but regardless. I think the action was overall pretty solid, and what I liked is that, well, Ben putting the note was a bad idea, because Ben obviously shouldn't have done that, but I understand his point, because Grandpa Max would not be hurt right now if he wasn't involved with all this, in terms of the Omnitrix, and basically me trying to help and save people. If he wasn't there, then he wouldn't have been hurt. Well, yeah. He's also the same guy who calls me, which at first was kind of strange because you didn't hear any voice on the other end. You just heard Ben just talking into nothing, like into a phone. But then it finally cuts to Grandpa Max saying, if you can't destroy from the outside, which can't, I mean, he really didn't even try per se, destroy it on the inside. So he goes upgrade, which, by the way, earlier in the episode when we first had this interaction with her in the hospital, the Omnitrix, people have been pointing this out. Now I'm seeing more of it now. They're making more of a point to make sure you know. He went for forearms. Was it forearm? Yeah, forearms, I think it was. And he turned into Heat Blast. I think that's the name. Then, I'm thinking he's going to turn to the little alien when Grandpa Max mentions destroy from the inside. Doesn't, because he's already done the little alien before in terms of destroying those assassins or bounty hunters. Those bounty hunters in episode 5 or 6? Whatever episode it was. And pulling out the wires around their necks. But this instance, he turns into Upgrade, which he actually chooses Upgrade and gets Upgrade. So I'm curious to see why, or maybe there's some sort of way, maybe the Omnitrix like senses something and then turns into something else. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But it's interesting how he goes for 4 arms, he gets Heat Blast. And then he actually chooses Upgrade and actually gets it. So that's kind of strange. But hey, it makes it interesting because when he's like thinking, okay, I could turn into this alien and do this, and then it gives him something else, he has to think outside the box. He has to think, okay, what do I do here? So that's interesting. And also, too, with Accelerate, in the middle of the episode, kind of in the middle, past that point, he actually was Accelerate, and we didn't see it turn into Accelerate, but it pretty much is implied that he wanted to turn to Accelerate. And that those, like, that in the air kicks was really cool. I don't know why I was leaning back, like, kicking motion. You can't see that. That was really cool. Yeah, it's a crazy episode. It really was. I mean, to see that a human was mutated into some sort of drone type thing with these abilities, and just like, oh, I'm really liking this. It's like, yeah, for now you are, until not. And I like how with an upgrade, he like beats the shit out of her using the workout equipment, and then actually absorbs with her a second time, like basically just molds into her. It's kind of strange to see it, but Upgrade's pretty cool. And was able to disconnect the connection that was created by the drone to her, and then saved her life. And handed her off to a SWAT team member, and none of them questioned there's an alien with a little girl. I don't know. This show is strange, but at the same time, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this episode. It was really fun to see this new type of villain, essentially. Well, it's connected to, of course, the main villain who's been trying to get the Omnitrix this whole entire time since episode 1 and was badly injured. I mean, he's in that cryo tube or whatever, or some kind of tube or whatever, for the longest time since episode 1 because he was almost killed in the process. So literally, I think they're probably building up that in the finale of season 1 or something, he'll actually come out and go fight Ben. I'm not really sure, but I'm excited to see if that's what they're going to do with the character. But yes, and then to see a new villain in the episode, like literally it's a villain beforehand in terms of a heist, whatever person just doing heist, and then she becomes something even more, and then realize there's more to all this than what you think. Get the Omnitrix, you're already built to track it, and so she's like, okay, whatever. If I don't do it, I guess he'll kill me, because she was like grabbing her head, screaming because it was probably really a lot of pain. So yeah, really good episode. Overall, pretty good stuff. What'd you guys think of the episode, guys? I'm curious to know your thoughts, guys. What you thought of overall the episode. I'm curious to know your thoughts. I think I pretty much covered everything. I think so. Yeah. So anyways, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.